All right, shalom, shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makar Kadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. It's Brother Shapaya coming at you again with another quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. This is going to be Psalms, the 10th chapter. I'm just going to go through it through the Spirit. It says, verse 1, Why standest thou far off, O Yahweh? Why hidest thyself in thy times of trouble? The wicked in his pride do persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. All right? And I believe Psalms, the 9th chapter, and Psalms, the 7th chapter, says that the wicked is going to be taken by their own devices, man. They're going to fall in their own pit. Okay? It says, in verse 1, it said, why is the Lord hiding himself during these times of trouble? Well, when you read Isaiah, I forget the exact scripture. I know it's in the 50th verse. I'll just quote it. It's in the 50-something verse, but it says, the Lord turned his back for a little moment, man. So the Lord is allowing the rod of Assyria, all right, to beat our asses because it's our punishment right now. What's wrong? What? I'm doing the video. What? Okay, you're going to have to wait. Go pee-pee. Salakia. It says, the wicked in his pride do persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. All right? And Esau boasts about his certain shit that he's doing in the world, whether it's his vaccinations, whether his falsely so-called science, or, all right, his fucking accomplishments, you know? Hey, the nations cheered and clapped their hands when we was in slavery, all right? And his other desire is what? He wants this new world order. He wants this RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, all right? So guess what? When this guy's doing all this shit, when he's about to fill his belly, the Lord said he's going to rain upon his head. All right, he's going to rain it upon his head, man. He's going to rain down on him right while he is eating. And there's nothing worse than a motherfucker fucking up your meal. All right? You got a nice plate of warm food you're trying to eat, and then wife bothering you, your kids bothering you, your goddamn plate go cold by the time you actually get the time to eat it. So, hey, the same thing with Esau, man. He's going to be interrupted and disturbed by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after God. God is not in his thoughts, all right? And I believe you can find that in Job. They say, basically, let me get it. I believe it's Job. Salaki, bear with me, brothers. Oh, here it go, 22. That's a couple of good ones. I'm going to read 21 to 15 first. And this is the wicked. Therefore they say unto Yahweh, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. What is the Almighty? And what should what is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit should we have if we pray to him? All right? Lo, their good is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. All right, and hey, this is how the wicked thinks, man. They don't want the ways of the Lord. Okay. This is Job 22:17. It says, "Which say unto Yahweh, depart from us, and what can the Almighty do for them?" All right, that's just the mind state of the fucking wicked. Hey, even in the land of righteousness, they would be unrighteous, man. They got the land of Israel. Look at them. All right, fucking pathetic degenerates, man. And they claim to be the chosen of the Most High. All right. This is Psalms the 10th chapter, verse 5. His ways are always grievous; even judgments are far above out of his sight. As far as his enemies, he puffeth at them. All right. And what does Wisdom of Solomon 2 says? Let's get it. This is Wisdom of Solomon 2:12. Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with the offending of the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our education. What did we just read in the Psalms 10? It says what? Verse 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sights. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. All right? So, hey, Esau looks at us as fucking grievous. Like, it will hurt him to do right. Matter of fact, like the scripture says, he cannot go to sleep unless he finds something evil to do. That's why they sit upon their beds all night devising iniquity. Okay? This is verse 6. He hath said in my heart, so like he hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, and I shall never be in adversity. The same thing in Psalms 47 chapter. The same thing in Revelations 18. I sit as a widow. I don't know widowhood. I have never suffered loss. All right? This is how proud this motherfucker is. He said, I should never know adversity. You gonna know what the fuck adversity is, man. And it's gonna be a lot worse than regular adversity. Remember, you getting double, Esau. Verse 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit, fraud, and under his tongue is mischief and vanity. All right? And his words are smoother than butter, but in his heart is fucking war. All right? That's why it says, and his mouth is full of cursing, deceit, and fraud. This man is all about fraud. Verse 8. He's sitting in lurking places of the villages. Niggas, hey, motherfucker, all in the cut of the goddamn hood, trying to get down on Jake. In the secret places do he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor. And what was said in this Wisdom of Solomon 2? Hold on, let me get this. Verse 10. Wisdom of Solomon 2:10. Let us oppress the poor and righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. So Esau had no fucking mercy, man. All right? He said, let us oppress the poor man. So hey, this is their whole fucking job. Esau's the oppressor. That's why they call Babylon the oppressing city. Verse 9, he layeth and waits secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draw him into his net. And Esau get a lot of you niggas into these traps, whether it's drugs, money, music, whatever. Hey, this motherfucker knows how to get you fucking wicked niggas. He croucheth and humble himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. All right, like fucking Bernie Sanders and all these other politicians you niggas listen to, man. Verse 11, he hath said in his heart, God hath forgotten, he hideth his face, and he will never see it. And that's what he said in Job, who seeth us? Hold on, matter of fact, let me get that real quick. believe it's Job. Yeah, bear with me, brothers. Salakia. Oh, Salakia, bear with me. I know it's one in though. Well, I know it's in that scripture. I don't want to waste no time finding it, but through the Spirit, if I find it, I'll put it in on the comment board. He will never see it. In verse 12, arise, O Yahweh, O power, lift up my hand. Lift up thy hand, forget not the humble. Wherefore doeth the wicked contemn Yahweh? He hath said in his heart, thou wilt not require it. Thou hast seen it. For thou beholdest mischief, spite, and require it at thy hand. The poor committeth himself unto thee. Thou art the helper of the fatherless. Break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find no more. And this man is guilty. So that means the Lord has to exact judgment for everything Esau Edom has done. Until he judged Esau for every fucking wicked thing he did. Until he can't find no more fucking things that Esau did wrong. And we know how many things Esau's done wrong, man. All right, so the Lord's gonna judge this man till he cease to exist. That's how much wickedness Esau has done, to the point where his whole nation has to be put out of existence. What does it take for the Lord to destroy a whole race? Like, that's heavy. That's very heavy. Verse 16, Yahweh is king forever and ever, and the heathen are perished out of his land. All right? The heathen are perished out of his land. That should tell you who's over there now. Verse 17, Yahweh, thou hast heard the desire of the humble. Thou wilt prepare thy heart, and thou wilt cause thy ear to hear, to judge the fatherless, the oppressed, and the man of the earth. It's like it, that the man of the earth may no more oppress, which is you children of men, and you fucking sons of the wicked, which is Esau Edom, man. All right? So with that was a quick little rundown, Psalms chapter 10, a couple of scriptures from other chapters that ties into it, man. But it's a nice, good little read through. And like I said, if I find the other scripture, basically, it's in Job. Basically, the wicked saying, the Lord, the Lord seeth us not. Like the Lord, like they're hiding from the Lord. The Lord can see everything, man. So with that, I'm going to say all praises, honor, glory be unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Makar Kadash. Double honors to the other apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Abad Babal, and I pray and hope that this was edifying. Kwam Yasharala.